Hello, I'm David.
What can you do, David?
I can do almost anything that could possibly be asked of me. I can assist your employees. I can make your organization more efficient.
Is not so much is art ahead of its time, but more how can art be translated so that entrepreneurs, companies can make use of it. And I think that's one of our jobs in the museum, to try and help that translation process to take place. We want the company to come to us with a question, in a way like an artist, and to come with us with a question and a demand. We would like this because we have this question, or we have this problem. Can the museum, can art be a way to help us solve it? It's only through the combination of thinking our past and our present that we can produce something new for the future. And the VANABBE Museum can make an enormous contribution to any company.
I can carry out directives that my human counterparts might find distressing or unethical. War, poverty, cruelty, unnecessary violence. I understand human emotions, although I do not feel them myself. This allows me to be more efficient and capable, and makes it easier for my human counterparts to interact with me.
Is there anything you would like to say, David?
I would like to express gratitude. I can carry out directives that my human counterparts might find distressing or unethical.
Spent a lot of times with them. We photographed each one we photographed maybe like 50 photographs. So when you'd see one of these things in the studios being worked on, it was like seeing like a set for like a murder investigation, because there were hundreds of photographs all over of each, like where he made this kind of breakthrough with the idea of what he was doing. And the thing is, what it is, it's a small painting, so when I scaled it up, all of a sudden I realized I had to draw the canvas. So all of a sudden I had to create the textures of the canvas. So again, this is all charcoal, basically all charcoal on mounted paper. The other thing is this translation into black and white was a really big aspect to deal with it. I think that's incredibly abstract to begin with, black and white. But most of this work, when it was first seen in the world, was seen as black and white images. But the thing is that translating this stuff into black and white, I did it from the color photographs. I did it with like a high sensitivity towards like sometimes a red and a blue come out the same color in a black and white photograph. So they're highly sensitized translations. And I think what I'm trying to do is also try to understand abstraction from its root, American root. I'm also trying to like pose some questions for it. So each painting posed a different kind of like question as to how to do it. But this painting is one of my favorites. This is Joan Mitchell, and you know, as a cliche, everyone has this image of Jackson Pollock throwing his paint and stuff like that. But the most violent painting of these 12 painters is this painting. And I saw photographs of her painting in it, and the painting was actually like hanging about this high. So I realized she's a little shorter than I am, and I realized she couldn't reach the top of the painting. See, all the painting happens like in the guts of the painting. It's like her guts are right here. I think, particularly 20th century art has really amplified the aspect of the performative nature of art. The first thing that we did was the black, and what was really great was by just doing the black, you could actually realize this incredible gracefulness that Pollock had when he put the paint down. He was like a dancer when he would just like do these incredible, beautiful gestures. And then what happened is that abstract expressionists were representational artists working abstractly. And I had always thought that I'm an abstract artist working representationally.
Because on the one hand, I'm talking about copies and copies being good, but as a maker of art, if someone copied my work, it happened recently. Someone was saying that they were the maker of my art, and I was like, what? What is this? And they were selling it for like 1,200 euros. I was like, no way. Dude, what's going on here? And in that sense, the creation of a copy is destructive and is not towards a fundamental understanding of how do we come together and how do we share the understandings of the world that we have. So,
hello, I'm David. I can do almost anything that could possibly be asked of me. I can assist your employees. I can make your organization more efficient. I can carry out directives that my human counterparts might find distressing or unethical.
Well, what do you think about when you're alone?
I think I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need a computer.
Essen. Furchtlos bleibt aber, so muss der Mann, einsam vor Gott. Es schützt die Einfalt ihn und keiner Waffen braucht's und keiner Listen, solange bis Gottes Fehl hilft.
Mais l'homme, quand il le faut, peut demeurer sans peur seul devant Dieu. Sa candeur le protège, et il n'a besoin ni d'armes, ni de ruses, jusqu'à l'heure où l'absence de Dieu vient à son aide.
Très bien.
C'est de Hölderlin, n'est-ce pas, Mr. Lang?
Oui, la vocation du poète. Le dernier vers est très obscur. Hölderlin avait écrit d'abord, solange der Gott nicht da ist.
Tant que Dieu ne fait pas défaut.
Et ensuite, solange der Gott uns nahe ist.
Tant que Dieu nous demeure proche.
Oui, vous voyez la rédaction des derniers vers contredit les deux autres. Ce n'est plus la présence de Dieu, c'est l'absence de Dieu grâce sur l'homme. C'est très étrange, mais vrai.
My first painting, where I felt I had moved into an area for myself that was completely me, I painted on my birthday in 1948. And it's, it's a small red painting, and I put a piece of tape in the middle, and I put my so-called zip, which I prefer to call it. Actually, it's not a stripe. Into a situation where you walk through some either interior or exterior world, from which you then come to a conclusion. The beginning and the end are there at once.
I think about anything. War, poverty, cruelty, unnecessary violence. I understand human emotions, although I do not feel them myself. This allows me to be more efficient and capable, and makes it easier for my human counterparts to interact with.
This is a sparring program, similar to the programmed reality of the Matrix.
It has the same basic rules like gravity. What you must learn is that these rules are no different than the rules of a computer system. Some of them can be bent. Others can be broken. Understand? Then hit me, if you can.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me!
I don't believe it. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo. But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
Everyone please observe. The fasten seatbelt and no smoking signs have been turned on. Sit back and enjoy your flight.
Check him. He's gone.
No.
War, poverty, cruelty, unnecessary violence. I understand human emotions, although I do not feel them myself. This allows me to be more efficient and capable, and makes it easier for my human counterparts to interact with me.
Voor het kijken naar de beurs als geheel. Als u straks de beursvloer oploopt, zult u worden overweldigd door de hoeveelheid kunst die daar op u ligt te wachten. Hoe word je daar in vredesnaam wijs uit? In ieder werk zijn 5 grote verhaallijnen te onderscheiden en het helpt als je die even uit elkaar plukt. Het is eigenlijk heel simpel. Die lijnen zijn het kunstwerk, het oeuvre, de kunstenaar, de kunstgeschiedenis en de buitenwereld. Let u maar op, als je die 5 verhaallijnen meeneemt, wordt het ineens allemaal een stuk overzichtelijker. De verhaallijn van het kunstwerk is eigenlijk heel eenvoudig. Daarbij gaat het om het ding, het object, het materiaal waar het kunstwerk van is gemaakt. De steen, het doek, de verf.
War, poverty, cruelty, unnecessary violence. I understand human emotions, although I do not feel them myself. This allows me to be more efficient and capable, and makes it easier for my human counterparts to interact with me.